Well, hello, hello, hello. It is your girl, Latanya Washington here, your marketing professor, content visibility expert, and the owner of The Customer Culture LLC. And today, you all, of course, as usual, I'm talking to you professionals who are looking for opportunities that are out there for you, and you want to use your social media platforms to begin to, build up maybe your credibility. You want to build up you being seen more and more. All those good things. I mean, those things are wonderful. But I want you all to understand this. There's a strategy behind it all. I say strategy all the time, you guys. I'm trying to get that into people's head because at the end of the day, we can post and say, "Ooh, ooh, that looks so good." But guess what? Your ultimate goal could be I'm trying to get my t-shirt sold, or I'm trying to be hired, or I'm trying to do this. And you just didn't bust a grape. I'm sorry. So I want to go here today. This is where we're going to go, and I want you to think about this. And I really wanted to bring this up. So this is what my question to you is. You all ready? Now I'm looking at another screen, you guys, because I am literally doing a video. I'm doing a video on my laptop as well as I'm doing a video on my iPad. So I'm going back and forth talking to the people. Okay. So my question to you is this. You all ready? This is the question. My question is, would you rather be known or be hired? Would you rather be known or be hired? What would it be? Now, I'm sure you're saying, of course, I want both. I want people to know who I am, and I definitely want to be hired. I want that job. I want that opportunity. Of course you do. And guess what? You should. You should. But one thing that I've noticed about me, and I'm going to share this, and I want you all to begin to think about yourselves. I am an energetic individual, as you all can tell, as well as I love to have fun. I'm pretty positive the majority of the time, all these things. And so people have a tendency to want to be around me because of those attributes, my character of who I am. I'm not out here jumping out of a plane. I'm not jumping out of trees. I'm not jumping into chairs. I'm not doing any of that because that's not what I do. All right. I noticed that for me, I can use my personality, and I just can't use my personality, you all, because what my personality does do, however, is it has a tendency to not only draw people in, but people are making a decision on whether they like me. Now, if they begin to like me, what am I doing? Oh, every time I pop up, oh, that's Latanya. Okay. We love that energy. We love that spirit. Why do I know that? Because that's what people tell me. All right. And so I can't just say, oh, I'm fun and I'm inspiring, I'm energetic. Guess what? I listen to what people say. So that's a nugget for you all right now. Ask people when you think about me or when you see me, what is your perception of me? That's going to help you out a lot. Okay, that's a nugget. Okay, that's a nugget for you. And that's also a nugget for the people in the back of the room. Okay, you want to begin to do that because here's the thing as well. Yes, you should want both. You want to be known and you want to be hired. You want to be able to walk into the open doors at any time. Okay, now here is the key. I want you all to think about this because here is the problem. Uh-oh, didn't think there could be problems? Yes, there are problems out here as well. This is what I want you to know. Being known, you guys, does not automatically mean that people understand what it is that you do. All right? So you have to understand those things. We can laugh, we can joke, we can do all those things. And guess what? You haven't told me what it is that you do. You're explaining stuff. You are doing all this, but huh? Like what you do? All right. Because you don't want to leave that part out. You have to begin to share those things as well. All right. Because once we talk about and when we look at being known, you guys, what does being known mean? It means, you guys, what you're doing is you're creating awareness. You're creating awareness. All right? So that means people are beginning to recognize your name. They begin to recognize, oh, you're over there on that platform. You're on LinkedIn. They're always over there on that TikTok. They're always over there on that Instagram. They're always over there. They're doing something. Okay. And so that's what being known will do. And I want you all to understand those things. Now, I'm going to share a little bit here because I want to make sure that you all get some examples here. One thing that I do teach, of course, as you all, as I say, I teach marketing. I teach it at, of course, Mount San Jacinto College. I also teach brand building and media design. So I'm not just here as a teacher, you guys. I also am always in a consistent state of learning. I also have a mentor because I believe, especially when it comes to this level of marketing and these levels of people out here trying to build their brand, you're going to always be trying to learn something. You're always going to be trying to figure something out because it's forever changing. Now we're dealing with AI or artificial intelligence. And so we want to make sure that we stay up to date on everything that it is that we do. Now, one thing that I noticed, let me tell you what I noticed. On my platforms, you guys, and I'm going to go, particularly when I look at LinkedIn, you guys, when I looked at LinkedIn, I began to hear a lot of people, even when it came to me doing professional development trainings for many of the companies, I had people that in midstream, literally, while while I was teaching and doing training sessions, I would get a notification on my LinkedIn, like, oh, somebody just followed you. Well, I'm looking like, oh, wait a minute. I just saw their name in the training. And so how did that occur? It occurred because not only did they enjoy my personality, but they also gained information and the resources that they needed to be successful in their level, whether they were managers, whether they were directors, whether they were associates. Okay. But I was able to enter into the door. They liked me. Remember that, what was that Life a box, a cereal box? When the boy Mikey said, "Hey, Mikey, they like it." I don't know if you all remember that. I'm probably telling my age right about now, but this is real. And so that's what I began to notice. All right. And so, with that, you guys, of course, you want to be known because that being known creates awareness. And so, you want to utilize the platforms, you want to be consistent on them. And the next thing you want to do is what I say as well, you guys. This, I want you to remember this. Being hired, you guys, in order to be hired, you all, it requires clarity. What do I mean by it requiring clarity? It means that whatever level of expertise that you are known for within your industry and you're looking to share it on these social media platforms, you have to be very, very clear to your audience on that particular platform. Let me give you another nugget. Each platform, whether it is LinkedIn, whether it is Facebook, whether it is Instagram, whether it is TikTok, you all, they carry different audiences. Everyone may be on that platform, but let me share with you that the platform literally has a tendency because of it understands its audience and all of those things. It has a tendency to send information to that particular audience as well. So, what I might share on Facebook may be completely different from what I share on LinkedIn, which is really truth. I don't share what I share on LinkedIn, what I share on Facebook. Why? Because I understand Facebook, you guys, basically for me is a lot of family and friends. They are inspired by what it is that I do. They love the pictures, all these things. But when it comes to what I do in the marketplace, Facebook for me is not necessarily the spot. Okay, my spot is LinkedIn. And also I can utilize Instagram. All right. I play around on TikTok because I'm always over there just evaluating and I'm looking at what it does because there's things on TikTok. Let me share, let me say this. I'm going to jump in and I'm going to say this. One thing about, let me tell you the difference between Instagram and TikTok. TikTok, you all, you can share a post. I want you all to remember this. You can share a post on TikTok, you guys. It's not focused in on the pattern of what it is that you say you do in the marketplace. One thing about TikTok, you guys, it is sending your information or sending your post to people that might be more focused in on that particular post. It's not looking to put you in that category of, oh, um, they are an artist. They are a digital artist. And then one day, as a digital artist, I choose to talk about my cat. Well, guess what? TikTok looks at that post and the words that you put in inside of that post, and it'll begin to send out information about that cat. So I wanted to share that nugget with you on that. Opposed to Instagram, you guys, Instagram wants to put you in a category. So it more or less is looking at, okay, in order for me to send them the right people, I'm looking at words, I'm looking at posts, I'm looking at information that they have a tendency to say. All right. Now it'll begin to send it out to the right people. It'll begin to do those things. Okay. I wanted to give that to the people in the back of the room. Okay. There's more, but I wanted to stop there in regards to that there. Okay. And so with that, you guys, when we talk about being hired, that means I want you all to begin to look at, as I said earlier, look at your last three posts. What do your last three posts say? Are they sharing information about what it is that you do? Who you serve. If not, I want you to go back and I want you to begin to fix it. Now, for some of you all, you may have been on your platforms for years. Um, Depending on what you have going on, if it's not working, you may have to start over. Give it a fresh look. All right. Let it recategorize you. Or you can keep it up, but that means you got to do the extra work, you guys, and you have to consistently be focused in on that thing that you do in the marketplace, what you are known for, and you got to give it all you got. And that means as well, you guys, you have to be consistent. I do recommend that you post at least 5 times a week. So let the platforms begin to do the work for you in regards to that part that right there. Okay. And so with that, you all, I wanted to jump in and I wanted to share those things because even as you begin to share more in your area of expertise, people out there that have the ability and the willingness to purchase or have the willingness and the ability to hire you, they begin to say, huh, this is the person I need to call. This is the person that I need because they are showing me that they know what it is that they're doing. I don't care. It could be from a t-shirt line to you selling t-shirts, all the way down to you are in corporate America and you give lectures on a daily basis. Okay. You have to let people know that this is what it is that you do. So even like, for instance, if we're talking about maybe you sell t-shirts, oh, these t-shirts are perfect. They literally maybe have a sparkle to them or they have particular sayings on them. You can let people know or showcase the back scenes, the behind the scenes, what it takes in order to make these t-shirts. Do I go and select cotton t-shirts or cotton and polyester t-shirts and why these work better in regards to the type of print that I put on them? Do I drop ship? You begin to do, you need, especially when it comes to them t-shirt lines, you guys, behind the scenes is real. Okay. So if I'm a lecturer and I do a lot of professional development or I teach and things like that, you all show people you being in the classroom. Of course, giving information and all these things are great as well. People just need to see, as we say, or as the young people say, people need to see receipts. People need to see receipts. All right. And so you want to begin to do those things. So remember this, you want to be known and you really want to be hired. So share who you are. Um, Share your expertise. Be consistent at everything that you're doing out here. So you are what? You are positioning yourself to be the individual that is associated with that subject matter. All right. So that's all I wanted to say this time. I can't wait to see what I'm going to talk about later on in the week. Remember to subscribe. You can leave a comment on my channel, on my YouTube channel, Miss Latanya Washington. I look forward to sharing more information with you. I love doing what it is that I do, you all. And until next time, stay great. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.